Are you tired of your TV letting you down right when your favorite show is about to start? Well, today we're going to figure out how to get a perfect picture every single time. And this applies whether you're in a single home or a massive apartment building. So let's get right into it.
You know the feeling. We have all been there. You finally sit down to relax, you kick your feet up, and what do you get? A fuzzy picture, a stream that's constantly buffering, or you're stuck with the same handful of channels on repeat. It is the absolute definition of frustrated.
But here's the good news. Untangling this whole mess is way easier than you might think. We're going to walk through the exact steps and the tech that can solve these common TV problems once and for all.
Okay, so let's start by breaking down the usual suspects behind a bad TV experience. It's time to go from subpar to perfect.
Right, let's dive in. Think of these as the four horsemen of a ruined movie night. You've got that annoying static that just ruins the picture, lagging video that makes streaming basically impossible, a shockingly small selection of channels, and of course, a signal that loves to cut out at the worst possible moment.
So how do we actually fix these things? Well, let's explore the crystal clear options that are out there for your home. First up, you've got Freeview. With a good professional aerial installation, you can get access to over 80 high-quality digital channels. And you know the best part? No subscription needed. It's a really fantastic starting point for home entertainment.
Now, if you're looking for even more variety, FreeSet is the next step up. This thing bumps your channel count to over 200. That is a massive amount of choice. And again, all without a contract.
So here's a quick look at how it all stacks up. You've got your free-to-air options like Freeview and the much bigger FreeSet, and then you move into the premium, specialized subscription packages. Sky Q is a really popular one. It's all about finding that perfect balance of content and cost that works for you.
Okay, now let's scale this whole idea up. I mean, it's one thing to set up a TV for a single house, but what happens when you're responsible for an entire apartment building or a big office complex?
This is the big question for property managers, developers, and landlords, isn't it? How in the world do you provide a reliable, high-quality TV service to every single resident without just plastering the roof with dozens of individual dishes and aerials?
The answer is a communal aerial system. So, instead of total chaos up on the rooftop, you get one single, centralized installation that's designed to serve every single unit, whether you've got 10 apartments or 100 of them.
And we can take that concept even further with something called an ISRS. That stands for Integrated Reception System. And trust me, this is the next level. It's one central hub that can deliver satellite, digital TV, and even radio to an entire building.
So here's why this is just so efficient. An IRS streamlines absolutely everything into one central source. It handles TV, satellite, and radio, so all the residents can switch between different services seamlessly. And for the property manager, well, maintenance becomes incredibly simple. You've just got one system to look after.
And this is where these advanced systems really open up a whole new world of possibilities. We're not just talking about local channels anymore. We are talking about content from literally all over the globe.
Yeah. With the right satellite setup integrated into one of these systems, you can offer residents access to a huge variety of European and other foreign channels right from the comfort of their own living rooms. This is exactly why an IRS is so powerful for international content. It can pull in multiple satellite signals all at once, letting viewers just flip between channels from different countries without a single hitch. For buildings with a diverse group of residents, a system like this is a real game changer.
Now, theory is one thing. But how do these systems actually perform out in the real world? Let's take a look at what some customers have said about their experiences.
You know, the feedback often comes down to the quality of the installation itself. For instance, one corporate client was so impressed with the engineer's work that they actually gave him a pretty famous nickname.
So Graham Cording, a business collaboration specialist, makes a really key point here. The quality of the installation is every bit as important as the technology itself. An incredible job means the system just works perfectly, right from day one.
And that theme of expertise, it just keeps coming up in the feedback, especially when you're making big decisions for an entire company.
As Managing Director Miki Vogt points out, expert advice is what leads to smart decisions, right? Having a knowledgeable team to guide you makes sure you get the perfect system for your specific needs, and that saves you a ton of time and money down the line.
And finally, let's bring it all back home. For a residential client like Johnny Risks, the experience was all about honest problem solving. The issue was diagnosed, it was fixed, and, this is really important, there was no attempt to upsell him on stuff he didn't need. Just a professional job that made everything work perfectly.
So, as we've seen, it doesn't matter if it's for a single living room or a building with hundreds of apartments, there's a clear path from the frustration of a bad signal all the way to the satisfaction of a perfect picture.
And that really just leaves one last question. Now that you know it's possible, from all those subscription-free channels to global satellite access, it's worth asking yourself, what does your perfect viewing experience actually look like?